Well, I'm at the Bayard Conservation Area. The trail I was going to walk on is still closed after Hurricane Matthew this year. So I'm going to sneak into the backside of it from where we've camped before and hit it that way and see how it is. It might be a little flooded right now because of all the rain that we've gotten. But so I'm walking in on this access road for a little while, and then I'll cut into the campground that I've stayed at a couple times with a couple friends of mine. Really nice little area. It's a 10-mile loop trail here that goes out to the river and another campground. So yeah, that's about it right now. I'm just going to walk in for a little while and see what I can find, get some more video and some pictures, and basically this is just a test for the camera so I can start learning how to operate the camera and all that. So we'll talk to y'all later. All right, I went past the trail that goes to the camp a little bit. It was real wet out here. Not sure how far I'm going to be able to get towards the camp, but we'll give it a shot. But on the main drag here, come upon this little area. There's a privy, some picnic tables, big trail junctions right here. And over in here, there's, I guess, what used to be like a little amphitheater type thing. There's some seats. They must have did some classes out here or something at some point. But right up here is the privy, a few picnic tables. It's a water pump. It says a big sign on it that says it's not potable, but I've filtered it and drank it before and had no ill effects, so I guess it's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go use the privy real quick, get rid of some of this coffee I drank, and then head back to the trail towards the camp, the primitive campsite, and see if I can get down there. Grumpy Gramps out. All right, just to give you an idea of how wet the trail is right now, this is the red trail that goes out to the campsite near, that goes out, the campsite that's on the St. Johns River. And that's the trail right there, that river looking thing that's to my left. There's a little bit of walk space on the right side of it, but I was going to take it out there so I could show you all that campsite, but I just don't think that's going to happen right now, because I am not really wanting to walk through a bunch of water, although it does look like it clears up there a little bit. But I just don't know if I want to try to get around it and head up there. So I might see if there's a walk around. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all that and let you know how wet it is here in North Florida right now. So here we're coming up on, we go off the main access road to the trail to the primitive campground. And of course right here where I need to cross is all flooded. So I'm just gonna have to get my feet wet. It's all right. But there you go. There's the sign. Feet are wet now. It'll dry out as hot as it's gonna be later. And I don't have to worry about sleeping out here tonight, so it's all good. We'll see how far up this trail we can get before the floodwaters make it impassable, but I think it should be okay. It's a pretty well maintained trail / access road. Doesn't look like there's been any mowing going on out here this year. Usually in the fall these are pretty well maintained, but maybe they just let them go in the summertime. This is an area that they do prescribed burns periodically, so they'll come out and they'll burn away all this underbrush. You probably see because of the trees, a lot of the trees are blackened, but it doesn't kill them. It's all part of the management here. And I don't know if you can see right there or not, but there are some huge golden orb webs that I'm not even going to attempt to get near. But that's one thing you have to watch out for around here. They're not harmful. They're just really big and scary looking. But yeah, I'm gonna walk on this trail for a little while, and catch up with you again once we get closer to the campground. All right, I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know whether it's the sun's gonna blind it out or what, but that is a giant spider web with a ginormous spider in it. I think you can see it. I'm looking at the small screen on the camera, but that web is ginormous, and I would hate to walk through it because I'd freak out. I'm not a big fan of spiders. They don't terrify me, but if I walked into that web and saw that in my face, I would freak out. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. We're getting ready to come up onto the campsite. I'll come back and show you that in a minute. Actually, I'm gonna put this back on my pack. Put it back on my pack. I had to shut you off there for a second and drop the trekking pole. I'm just hoping I don't run into a web while I'm... Alright, I think we're good. I don't know. That spider just freaked me out. Because he was huge. Anyway, we're going up the trail now into where the primitive campsite is. And there's more water. Another giant web. I don't know whether you can see it with the sunlight shining on it, but... golden orbs are everywhere. Another puddle it looks like I gotta go through. I am finding out what they mean when they say that first one on the trail clears all the spider webs. Fortunately, the way the sun is shining, I can see most of them before I run my face into them. Anyway, right around this corner up here is where the campsite is. There's another one. Spent a couple nights out here last fall with John and Ted. Had a really good time. Had a bunch of coyotes just on the other side of the tree line, just howling around midnight. They were going crazy. But it's a really nice spot. First come, first serve. There's no fee that you have to pay to come in. But matter of fact, one of the nights we were here, a couple of guys and a child came in, I don't know, about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And we were just sitting around the picnic table with the fire going, which is probably a good thing, because if we had been in bed and seen flashlights coming through the woods, probably would have freaked us out a little bit. Anyway, there's a little tree frog down there. But this is our little campsite. I was thinking about setting the hammock up and taking a break here, but bugs are kind of bad right now. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to continue. I'm going to backtrack a little bit back to the White Trail and see if I can get in there and hike through the closed section. Don't tell anybody. But it's a huge tree right there. The yellow jack or the greenheads are out too, the horseflies. But yeah, it's a nice quiet area. Hear a little bit of street noise at night from Route 16, but that's about it. But it's a beautiful spot to come and just hang out for a weekend. Hopefully be back out here next couple months once it starts to cool off a little bit. But anyway, that's the campsite. Hope this video is going good. I don't have my phone out to see what the camera's seeing, but I think it's going to do all right. I'm really liking this new Garmin Verb Ultra 30. Use voice commands on it to tell it to take a picture, start video. There's a little flip switch on the top that if you just flip it, it starts recording. The editing software that they have for the computer is really good and very simple to use. I'm still figuring it out a little bit, but yeah, I'm really liking it. I think this backpack strap mount's going to work out just fine. Hopefully get some good good footage for you this fall, and then once I get on the AT in the spring. But I'm gonna head back out to the White Trail, see if I can navigate that. The reason why part of the trail is closed is because of Hurricane Matthew last year. It really tore through here. And if I get down that way, I'll show you some of the damage it did. But it did a lot of damage to the boardwalk on the trail that goes over a swampy area. So they closed it down. I've walked over it a couple times since it's been closed last fall when we were out here. But anyway, we'll talk to you soon. All right, well, it came to be decision time. As you can see, there's a lot of water in the trail. We've had such a wet summer this summer that it really doesn't surprise me. But I think I'm going to turn around and head back the way I came, just for the simple fact that I don't feel like fording through all kinds of water. And this looks like I'd have to walk right through the middle of it. I mean, if I didn't have a choice, I could do it, and I would do it, but I have a choice right now, and I don't feel like getting up to my knees in water. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around, head back the way I came from, and probably head back to the truck and call it a day. I'm not sure how many miles I've done, only a couple miles, but it's already starting to get hot, sweating. But I have on one of my Magellan, it's a fishing shirt actually, but it's just a button-up shirt with a collar that I've been thinking about using as the shirt part of my hiking layer, because I can get a discount on them and they're fairly inexpensive. And I'm going to get a long sleeve one where it has an area where you can roll the sleeves up. You know, you can pin the sleeves up, so that way if it's real sunny or if it gets chilly, I can roll the sleeves down and not have to use as much sunscreen or keep myself warmer. I just wanted to throw this one on today to see how the pack rode on it, and it's actually riding fine. It's just like any other, any of my other microfiber shirts. So I think that's going to pass the test, and I think I will get one of the long sleeve versions to act as the top layer of my hiking layer on the trail next year. Still haven't decided between a kilt and a pair of running shorts as far as a bottom layer, hiking layer, but I'll mess with that later. But all right, I'm going to get out of this swamp, and if I see anything interesting, I'll head back. One thing that I'm kind of disappointed about is up the trail a little bit further, there's an observation tower that you can climb, and you can kind of get a good view from the observation tower, but I didn't make it to it because of the water. But there'll be other videos this fall once things dry out a little bit, and I'll go ahead and show you that. This is a really neat area. If you're in North Florida, you should really check out the Bayard Conservation Area. It's off County Road 16. It's only 16 miles from my house, I think the GPS said when I plugged it in. So real close. No fee to get in. 2 primitive campsites, one along the river and one in the woods. One thing you want to be careful of is if the weather's going to turn, be careful of the campsite by the river, because it does get windy and nasty down there. But yeah, it's a beautiful area, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Grumpy Gramps out. All right, I'm coming back up to the trailhead. Looks like it's going to be about a 3.75 mile hike today. Couple things. Really happy with my Zero shoes. No hot spots whatsoever in my feet, even after they got wet, and I've been walking in them for a while. I just have on a pair of Nike Dry Fit socks that I found in my drawer. Nothing special. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to use for socks, but the shoes are working great. The strap mount, the pack strap mount for my camera, I think is going to work out awesome. It's what it's been strapped to this whole time, like right now in any videos that I've done today, unless you obviously can see that it was off the pack. Don't even know it's there. I had to adjust it a little bit, move it down a little bit, because I kept hitting my face on it when I looked to the right. But and there is a D-ring on my pack just above where I have it mounted that makes it kind of challenging. Not really challenging, it's not really hard, it just makes it a little difficult to get the camera out of the mount. So I might just cut that D-ring off, because I'm probably not going to use it for anything anyway. That's about it, really. Just wish I could have got back in on some of those trails, but I just wasn't willing to wade through knee-deep water today. Just test the camera out. I think we got a good test of the camera, and when I get back home, I will put the videos in the editor and put it all together and compile a video to share with y'all. So you can see the end of the trailhead right there, or you can see the trailhead right there. So I'm gonna call it, get back to the truck, get some water, and head on back to the casa. We'll talk to y'all soon. Grumpy Gramps out. Just thought that was cool. A dung beetle doing dung beetle things. Anyway, later.